All right, DC Mike TV, right here with our nation's capital's own Washington, D.C.'s DMV's Stacey Selby. What's going on, sir?
How you doing? What's up?
I'm good, I'm good. Nice to finally meet you on the internet. Yeah. I know you out there in Vegas with Tank. How's training camp going out there with Tank and, what's going on with the Vegas life?
Training camp been wonderful. We've been working since day one. We've been training now for what, like 9 weeks, going on the 10th week next week. Been wonderful though. Everything just been wonderful.
Okay. Now, I don't know much about you, but I do know you from DC. What part of DC you from?
I'm from Northwest.
Northwest. Okay. Uptown, George Avenue?
Yeah, yep, that's the area I'm from, Pillsbury Verde.
Okay, all right. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm from the Southeast area, DC in the building. Okay. So, what made you get, matter of fact, I understand that you have a lot of brothers. All of them named Stacey?
No, I only got one brother.
Okay. Okay, is his name Stacey?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. So, what made you get into boxing?
What made me get into boxing when I was younger, I was probably about like 6 or 7. I was playing football, and I was like real bad. So my father put me into boxing because he was like I needed one-on-one, and it turned out like I ended up liking it, so I ended up sticking with it.
Okay. All right. What high school you go to?
I went to Woodrow Wilson.
Woodrow. Okay. All right. That's what's up. All right. So, what's the age now?
19.
Okay. Now, you still young.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember when I was 19,
Yeah, for sure.
long time ago. So, what weight class you in?
Right now I'm at 140, but I'm like working my way down to do 135.
Okay. All right. So how'd you hook up with Calvin Ford and Gervonta? Obviously, Baltimore's not that far from us. How did that come up?
When I was like young and amateurs, I used to like always see him and like always see him around and all that.
Yeah.
And then like I got older, and then like me and one of the other fighters went to build a relationship before I even went to the gym. So
Mhm.
so when things started like not working at my old gym, that's when it was like, where else am I gonna go? And that's when we went to Baltimore, and I hooked up with Calvin, and Calvin been treating, and like me and Calvin and the other fighters, we've been like this, and Coach Kenny, we've been like
Yeah.
this since like I
Yeah.
got, always working with me, always like giving me advice, like the little advice when I needed it. Like they was always there.
Yeah. Yeah. What gyms you used to train out of DC?
I used to train out of Langdon Park and No Excuse.
Okay. No, Lamont Roach. Right.
Yeah,
Okay. That's what's up. So obviously, Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis, two stand-up guys,
for sure,
real men. Yeah.
definitely.
I like the fact that, they look out for the young fighters, the youth, and they try to, keep them out the streets and keep them out of, bad gangs and guns and drugs and things like that. So
Yeah, they
I'm
saw.
more, yeah, I'm also respect them, say for that a little bit more than the boxing. So, are you one of Gervonta Davis's sparring partners?
Yeah. No, but I'm not one of his spawn partners, but I'm signed to him, and I'm actually fighting on this card June 26th.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, June 20th. That's a big date.
No.
How many, I know I'm kind of all over the place at this point, but how many amateur fights you have?
Amateur fights, I had, what's my record, 90 and 20, so 110.
Okay, that's a lot of fights.
110 amateur
That's
fights.
a lot of fights. You
Yeah.
remember where were you ranked at in amateurs? You remember?
When I was at when I was at when I was at 132, I was number one for probably like the whole year when I was at 132, and then I went to 138.
Mm,
I stopped competing a lot, so my ranking went down from the 132 and it went up to one,
mm,
and I was probably like number three. And then like my last amateur tournament was like the one in Ohio, and I won it, but
mm,
didn't go to the one in December because I ended up turning pro. So
mm,
if I would have went to the one in December and won that one, then I would have been number one. So my
mm.
I was at 141, and I was like ranked number two or three. I don't quite remember.
Okay. All right. You know, July 26th, like I said, is a big day for yourself and, Gervonta Davis. You have an opponent at this point or you don't know?
Yes, my team just told me I got an opponent, but they didn't like tell me the name, so I just let them, you know what I'm saying, worry about that
Yeah.
part.
Yeah. Guess they got to keep it under wraps until the promoter tell you to throw it out there, kind
Yeah,
of.
definitely.
Yeah. Yep.